Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to El Futuro Academy and Unseen Sports TV football fans, reggae boy fans. Just wanted to like, subscribe, and share the content. Big up to my sponsor, Makeaware. You can find them on IG at maker_wear and their website www.makerwear.com. People, while I join the live, please to like, subscribe, and share. It's as easy as that. Marcus Mullins in the building. Big up yourself. Same as against Guatemala, but Jamaica defense slightly needs improvement. Yeah, man. So the comment are come quick and fast. People are jumping on the live quick and fast. Please do not move because we have a lot of information to give you guys. You understand me? El Futuro Boss with his statistical analysis. The man with the statistical standpoint is here in the studio, people. So don't go anywhere. Kavi Meeks is here. All right, people. Drop a comment in the comment section. We can answer it same time. Kavi Meeks. So the topic today is Jamaica versus Mexico semifinal Wednesday. All right. What is our plan to get the best result? What would be our plan to get the best result going against Mexico? I know you're going to give them our strengths, you're going to give Mexico strengths, you're going to give our weakness and stuff like that. But before, what would be our plan going forward to play Mexico Wednesday? It's the second game in the semifinal. Panama will be playing first with USA, and then we will play next. What's your thought on the game?
All right. First of all, let me say good night to everyone. Happy to have you. And let me clear something. Some person think that I'm speaking just from a emotional standpoint, but I am not. I'm speaking based on what the data tell me, and I tend to believe more of what numbers say than what person's emotions say. So back to your question now, when you say what we should do off the back without thinking about any statistics or anything, I think the best way going forward in beating Mexico is to try to get our strength. What is our strength? Our top four, main four. Get them to be able to express themselves more. Once we can get that, then we'll be able to win. But let's go to the stats.
All right, before we go to the stats, here are some questions in the comment section I would like to go ask before I go. Soul Christ Unseen with the big question in the title. Thought, proving, big up to you and your co-host. Yeah, man, enough respect, you know, enough love. SCSL Soul Cry. Always supporting Unseen Sports TV and El Futuro as well. People, I'm asking you to share the live with your friends and family. Let them know that we are here and we're here to educate. We are educating the Reggae Boys fans. One, in terms of knowing the game. Two, from a coaching standpoint, because we're both coaches right here. You understand me? So let's move on to our next. Do you think that Jamaica is good at penalties? That's question is for you, Kavi Mix.
Um, Honestly, I'm not sure, but I would assume that unfortunately for Bailey, he had missed a penalty in the tournament so far. But I think Leon Bailey, Demari Gray, uh, Bobby Reed, Michael Antonio. Um, Maybe that's that I would think of the back of my head who would be pretty okay kicking the penalties. Other persons I tend to have doubts about them. Tend to go with the persons who are having a good tournament like Lambert, but I'm not sure about Lambert's ability to kick penalties.
Under
So
pressure.
under pressure,
Under pressure. I don't
our,
think him can
our
manage
best
pressure.
option is not to go to penalties. Not to go to penalties. Really,
Although we have
really
one of the
not.
best keepers in the tournament.
Even though we have the best keeper. We have the best keeper who will come up with some save, but how many of our players will hold their heads and keep score? That's questionable.
That's the question. Yeah. Ricardo Patios in the building. Do you think that Jamaica is? Oh, read that already. Let's move on to our next one. Detonation. Nothing is wrong with the defense. They need to stop rushing each other from the ball, and that can cause errors. That's true. All right. So let's move on. All right. So we're going to the statistics now because Kavi Mix. We want to give you guys the statistics. So people, You can also call in and have a conversation with us. The number is going to post in the group or in the chat right now. The number is there. Call and WhatsApp people. So when one person is on the call, please just wait till the other person is off. Then you call back. All right. When the other person is off, we call back. So once you know you want to come on, just drop a comment in the comment section and say you want to come on, so we can speed track and give you a chance to come and express yourself on the channel. All right, people. El Futuro, give them a statistic. Jamaica head to head versus Mexico.
All right. One of the reasons why I tend to look for the history between teams is that the history tells you the success overall, and the history plays psychologically on the players. Whether we believe our players playing against Mexico have a different mindset compared to playing against a Trinidad, just because of the history behind both teams. So when I look at the history, Jamaica and Mexico played 31 times from 1962 to now. They played 31 times. Jamaica only won 5 games overall, draw 5, and lost 21 times to the Mexicans. So from that, the Mexicans has an advantage psychologically. One, going into the
Repeat
game
that. Repeat that again. No.
psychologically,
Before the numbers.
the
We're talking about
numbers
numbers.
is
Yes.
that Mexico won 21 games,
Mhm.
Jamaica won 5 games,
So
and
that's
draw 5
26,
games.
26 and 5.
So
That's
that's
31
31
games in
games
all
overall
overall.
from 1962 to now.
1962
Um,
to now.
so
Okay.
Wednesday game will be 32 games.
So Wednesday game will be 32 games.
32 games.
Mm-hmm.
So the record, the history has shown that Mexico has consistently dominated us over the years.
Right.
Psychologically, this has an impact on
But they have
us.
an advantage
They
over
have
us.
a psychological advantage right off the bat.
Okay.
So psychologically, the coaching staff have to get into the players' head to get them to believe that they can perform against the Mexican team.
Right.
So that's the first thing. Secondly, let's look at most recent times. Most recent times, and I'm going to start from 2017. Most recently, history between Jamaica and Trinidad. Jamaica and Trinidad has from in most recent times from 2017 on July, they have played in the CONCACAF Gold Cup 2017. You had in the first round you had a draw, and then they played uh, again in the, I think it was the quarterfinals or the semifinals. Jamaica won 1-0, and then on the 23rd of July, Jamaica also beat them 1-0 in the Nation Leagues. On September of that year, Mexico beat Jamaica 2-1. Also, that was in the World Cup qualifier when Jamaica failed to qualify for the World Cup. Um, on the 14th of that year, 2022, Jamaica draw with Mexico again 1-1 in the Nation Leagues. And on the 23rd of March, Jamaica and Mexico also draw 2-2, also in the Nation League. So in recent times, Jamaica has been able to hold their own against the Mexicans. Now, I hear a lot of persons speaking, they're speaking about the Mexican team is not as strong as usual and this and that. But in my opinion, this Mexican team is not as strong because of what they're achieving on the field. However, this Mexican team has some quality European players in their team. And I will just give you an idea of players who play in Europe who is currently in this Mexican team. And if a player is playing in Europe, it is safe to assume that these players have some use.
That's right.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
So based on what I've researched, I've found out that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 European players currently in the Mexican team, and there is four European players that the Mexican Federation decided not to select, whether it be of personal reasons or they have an injury. Let's look at the non-selection players. Raul, that plays for Wolves, the striker, he was not selected. He was not selected for this tournament for whatever reason it is. Lozano, who plays for Napoli, was also not selected for this tournament. Um, Jesus Corona, who plays for Seville, was also not selected for this tournament. And you have Alex Varga.
Wow, yeah, I was looking for that
He's
one.
injured.
Top goal scorer.
Yeah, he's injured, so he was not selected as well. So those four players are four of Mexican main players who they did not select for this tournament. But at the same time, the Mexican Federation believe that the team that they have there is competent to win the tournament. Now, let's look at the teams that they have from Europe. I hope I can pronounce some of these names properly. You can assist me in pronouncing some of these names.
Yes.
The first one is
Santiago Jimenez.
Santiago Jimenez from Fahrenheit in the Dutch league.
In the Dutch league.
So he's a part of the team. Then we have
Edson Alvarez
from Ajax is also a part of the Dutch league. Then we have
Cesar Montes from Espanyol,
the Spanish league. Then we have
Julian Araigo
from Barcelona B team.
Barcelona BT.
Then we have
George Chances from Ajax,
also the Dutch league. Then we have
Andres Guardado
from Real Betis, that is the Spanish league. And we have
Gerardo Arteago
from the Genk, which is the Belgium league. So those are the players who are currently in the Mexican team. So they have those players as main players, and they select other players from Club America, LA Galaxy, and they merge these players, youths and young and senior players, and they build a team coming forward. We can safely say that if the four players that were excluded were included in this team, yes, they would be playing. But at the end of the day, this is not the strongest Mexican team. This is a Mexican team that could have been stronger, but was not selected that way. It was selected in terms of thinking of the ultimate objective, which is the World Cup. So, all right, from that, let's go back now. Let's go back to uh, most recent times. Most recent times. We're going to look at the teams that played in most recent times for both teams. On June 7, when we played Mexico, what I did was to look at the last two games that were played. The last two games that we draw, 1-1 and 2-2. We look at the teams. Now, in these teams, unseen, you can call the names for the Jamaican team.
Blake,
we had Blake,
Bell, Tope, Javian Brown, Dilo, Leon Bailey, Lambert, Williams, Morrison, Flemings, Nicholson.
All right, so that was the team that played. From that team, we can say that Tope was excluded from this tournament. Flemings was excluded. Morrison was excluded. Williams was excluded. And who else? That's it. We have everybody else, right?
Yes.
So we have everybody else. Now the Mexican team on that day, these are the starting 11.
All right, so the Mexican team on that there was our goalkeeper, our Kofa, our Alves,
Defender,
Angulo,
defender,
Dominguez,
defender,
Gallardo,
defensive midfielder,
Romo,
defensive midfielder,
Beltra,
midfielder,
Chavez,
midfielder,
Pineda,
midfielder,
Antuna,
midfielder, forward,
Jimenez,
forward,
Montes,
forward,
Gallardo.
forward. Now, when you look at the Mexican team, a number of these players are still there in the team right now. Now, it's going to boil down to which team has improved from that game and which team hasn't improved. Now, let's look at the next game. This is the starting level for the next game. By the way, that match, Theodore Tapa Whitmore was the head coach at the time. Now, the next game, our new coach was in charge, and this was the starting level for the Mexicans. If you realize that there was a number of changes in this team, you can go and tell me the starting level for this team. So this match was on the 28th of March 2023, and this is the Mexican starting level, and this match draw 2-2.
March 2023.
Yes.
Oh, when they played under Al Grimson.
Yes.
Coach Al Grimson, Mexico. G. Ochoa in the goal. Goalkeeper. Montes,
Defender.
Moreno,
Defender.
Alvarez,
Defensive midfielder.
Gallardo,
Defensive midfielder.
Romo,
Defensive midfielder.
Sanchez,
Defensive midfielder.
Chavez,
Midfielder.
Lozano,
Forward.
Pineda,
Midfielder.
and Martin.
Forward. Now, from this team, we know that Lozano is not in the team.
Right.
We can safely say that Lozano is not there. Now, look at the Jamaican team and see.
Waiting goal, Bell, Pinnock. We had Pinnock, we had Lowe, we had Bobby Reed, Bailey, Johnson, J-Lo, Morrison, Nicholson. Where's Bailey? I don't see it. Bailey is there.
Yeah.
Bailey. Yeah, basically that.
Lowe, J-Lo. J-Lo is the attacking player.
Yeah, Damian Lowe was there as well.
Damian Lowe and J-Lo was there. So J-Lo is not in the team currently.
No,
but both teams have some continuity. The majority of the players are still there, still around. And now this is a tournament. Now it boils down to what will be done on the field of play. Now, after we let's look at Jamaica's issue on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica's issue on the field is inside the middle of the field and the flanks, especially the right side.
People, we'll soon get back to your comment. We're just giving you guys the facts first so you can build your question to ask us and, challenge us, in terms of what we are saying and stuff. All right. So just listen, get some statistics in your head, some facts in your head at this moment. Let's go.
So now it's down to our weaknesses and our strengths, and it's down to the Mexican weaknesses and the Mexican strengths. Now, the Mexicans, they played 4 matches so far in the Gold Cup, and the first match that they played was on July 2nd against Qatar, which they lost, and they played a 4-2-3-1 formation. Now, let us be clear that everybody understand a formation is not a system. A formation is the way you move within. A system is the way you move within that formation. So every individual has a specific role to play when the ball is in a particular area of the field.
Every scenario.
The formation is not so important. It's just how you set up the team to start.
Depends on where you get the ball.
Where you get the ball, when that person get the ball, what is it that person should do? What is it that person? That is the tactics of the team.
Right.
Now the tactics also change once your team lose the ball.
Right.
No. So on July 2nd, they played in a 4-2-3-1.
Jamaica?
No.
Mexico. Right.
On July 8th, Mexico played. On June 29th, they played Haiti, and they played a 4-3-3 system. And on the 25th of June, they played Honduras, and they also played a 4-3-3. Now, On July 8th, when they played Costa Rica, they played a 4-1-4-1 system. So what this is telling you is that the Mexican players' IQ of the game is so good that they can change the rules of players and still play to their particular system, just to ensure that they can counteract the other team's system
System that they're playing.
that they're playing. So they changed it based on who they are playing. Now, when you look at the Jamaican team on the other hand, they played their first game on June 24th against the United States, and they played a 4-4-2 system. They played on the 28th of June against a Trinidadian team, and they also played a 4-4-2 system. They went and they played St. Kitts and Nevis on the 2nd of July, and they played something different. They played a 4-2-3-1 system. And then the last match that they played against Guatemala, they played a 4-4-2 system. So it is clear to say or clear to assume that come Wednesday, Jamaica will be playing a 4-4-2 system. Now the question is asked, the question is there.
How would we
How
play
is it
in that
that we
4-4-2
are
system?
going to, because I know exactly what the Mexican is going to come with. The Mexican is going to come with play the ball in the midfield and try to isolate our fullbacks and hit the ball to their wide strikers and create that problem on
Get
those
in the
flanks.
get into the 18-yard box. Go at the wing box. Get the
Get
ball
into the
on top of
midfield,
the goal.
bring the team to one side of the field, pass the ball around, suck the Jamaican team into one side, hit that diagonal ball to their wide striker, so that there's an isolation of a 1v1 on the other flank. And what they will do is to ensure that once that ball is played, the fullback is going to come forward and create a 2 versus 1 over there. Now, I am having a concern about Brown in terms of defending one-on-one.
I don't think Brown will be playing that much.
Defending one-on-one.
I think Lembe Keista will be playing that much. I
So
think this coach learned from the last match that Mexico will target Brown if Brown start. They will target Brown because that's where when they do them analysis. Because people, let us not take the Mexican coaches for fool or the coaching staff for fool. Whenever good coaches playing a team, they're going to analyze. They're going to look at the weaknesses of our team and try to peg. And Mexico is so disciplined in the attacking third when they have the ball. They're not going to give away the ball that easy. They're going to slow it down. They're going to have numbers around the ball, and they're going to pass it properly. They're not going to give away the ball so easily. Jamaica press need to fix in that game.
there's a number of things that needs to be fixed. We need to ensure that persons are held responsible for bad decisions, and persons are held responsible for carry out their role. What do I mean? We cannot have a Bobby Ring coming right back every time to help a right back.
Where's the outlet?
Eh?
When Bobby go,
when,
where's the
say
outlet?
for example, Javon Brown, say he starts. When he gets the ball, what does he do with it? Plays it long to the one person against the 2 or 3 persons up there,
Yeah, because
and then the ball is going to
Mexico
come
is
back
going to
again.
set up with defenders around Michael Antonio. Now we find that Michael Antonio is going wide
And I
to
don't
collect ball.
understand that.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Why is Michael Antonio going wide for the ball? Now, when Michael Antonio going wide for the ball, who is going to butt that ball in the back of the net? Who is that person? Out of 10 squares, Leon Bailey may try to buck at least 3. Well, while a Michael Antonio in the box and a square coming across, he's going to attempt all 10 squares
If it comes,
if it come in the box.
close to it.
So I'm asking myself, why is Michael Antonio going wide for the ball? Is he a winger?
Are you asking me that?
Yes, I'm asking you that.
I know him as a central striker.
We
And
need
I
to.
think his best position is through the middle. That's just if he goes wide, he goes to collect a ball. That's what he should go. Late back to the midfielders and go back central to prepare for that ball coming in.
Right.
And that ball doesn't necessarily have to be across. Now let's go back to the tactics of the team. The Mexican team is going to come up the field gradually at times, putting persons around the team, the box. And their transition is that whenever they have possession of the ball, the formation changes. When you watch them, the formation changes. What do I mean? Is that they start with a back four, but once they reach up to the final third, that back four becomes a back three, and that top three becomes a top four. So you're going to realize that they're going to have two persons in the center to prepare for that cross. So it's going to be the flip, the reverse of the system, which is a 3-4-3-3. Now it's going to be a 3-3-4. That's how they play. And I can tell you, if we have only one striker down there, they will change that and not have three but have only two, and that next person will slide into the midfield. So you would have a 4-4-2, the flip around. So if when we are going to go and we are going to sit and we are going to defend, all we are going to do is to invite pressure on ourselves. And Mexico is a better team than Guatemala. Contrary to what many persons say, you give them the ball and allow them to attack you. Eventually, they will break you down.
Yeah,
They will find that space and
so
they
not
will.
cutting your cabin mix. So in the Guatemala game, you find that a Latibo there when he's going forward. So we have the ball going into the attacking third, and then we make a pass into the midfield. Latibo there picks up the ball, trying to make a simple pass. And when he make the simple pass, he's passing the ball to the opponent. And
Yeah.
if we give Mexico that type of easy ball to pick from us, in the transition, they are going to kill us. They know what they're going to do in the attacking third when they're penetrating. They know who they're going to give the ball to. They know which side to put the ball to, which is weak. One of the wing back who is weak. Who they're going to take on 1v1 to get that ball in the box or create a foul or a penalty or something like that. All right? So we have to try to minimize and the giveaway of the ball that we in the game get versus Guatemala. The coach even said, if we play like this, we may not be lucky against Mexico.
They
We
won't
have
be.
to
They won't
minimize
be.
on the mistakes and the bad passes that we make in our games.
No, but I will say this. One of our biggest problem with the team is that we don't play with width. Everything coming through the middle because we don't have person who breaks wide on both sides, so we can have a diagonal pass. So now and then we do it and it worked for us. But I think if we're going to beat this Mexican team, we cannot worry about what they are going to do totally on the ball. We know what they are going to do. We should ask ourselves, how is it that we're going to stop them? But at the end of the day, what is it that we are going to do? Because the best form of defense is attack.
Attack.
So if we are attacking them and we are breaking, going through, they will come back and sit and try to block us. But if
Right.
we allow them to dictate the game and control the middle of the field like how the Guatemalans, in my opinion, controlled us in the last game. I knew that the Guatemalans would puff and puff and puff and puff, and at the end of the day, nothing much will come out of it because their history show that they cannot score much goals. That is a given fact. I knew that they would come and put the ball down if we allowed them to pass this ball around the back and come forward. I knew all of that would happen, but I was just confident that they would not score, and it proved that way. But in this case of the Mexican, they will score if you play careless. In Jamaica, Migla, the feel is Latibodir the last game lost the ball way too easily. Um, I thought Lambert didn't have a super game and wondered if his fatigue starts to take toll because he's played so
I
much
think I
minutes
think I think the
within a
coach made a
short.
tactical. I think the coach made a tactical move, trying to go more attacking, but taking off a defensive minded player, putting on Johnson, who will more likely go forward the ball, slow it down, try to create opportunity or try to link up
But
with
the goal was
creative
built
player.
through that combination.
Right, with him and Gray. Passing the ball to Gray then with a reverse
Yeah.
pass to Bell. Now, let us tell the fans what Algrims say about Bell and that goal that he scored.
Well, based on what I heard, he said it was an excellent goal, good goal. However, Bell should not be in that position. So
No,
I found that to be
odd,
weird.
weird.
And when you watch the Jamaican teams play for the past few games, you realize that our fullbacks don't overlap any at all. They come from behind the team.
Let us give the coach benefit of the doubt. Sometimes on these platforms they may make mistakes with words or things that you're saying. So let's just give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't see where that really make any sense. You see any sense in that?
In my opinion, I like I like balanced football, and I feel that the only way to defend, the best way to defend is to push back a team away. I don't feel like welcoming a team to attack you is the best solution, and I will always advocate for that. Now, my fear, my biggest fear in this match is that I am fearful that the Jamaican team will play a low block and try to play these long balls to Antonio, and then Mikel Antonio tried to lay it off to the coming strikers, which is Bobby Reed or Leon Bailey or Demar Gray. And then the rest of the team have to try to sprint, come up to the half line to ensure that they are trying to close the space, that depth between strikers and defenders. And they're going to do that consistently. And over time, that sprinting and easy loss of possession is going to get us fatigued.
Yes, people. People were going to a small, commercial break. And this commercial break is a new commercial break. Unseen Sports will be telling you, giving you guys some information on a goalkeeper camp in, at STGC North Street. People. So on the screen, you are going to see. So, so So, summer goalkeeper camp with national youth coach Andrew Sewell. Yeah, man, one of the best goalkeeper local coaches in the country, in the island, right about now. I'm telling you, one of the best. Coach Andrew Sewell, date July the 7th to the 21st, 2023. Venue, STGC North Street, right beside KC, their rival. Time, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Cost, 10,000 Jamaican dollar. Big coach like Everdeen Scarlett from Cavaliers. Big coach like Coach Robert Beckford from Arnett and also Dintil. Big coach. Not seeing that name right there, but Garden is his last name. People, go and check it out. If you want to become a quality goalkeeper, you can check it out. Andrew Sewell worked with a number of Jamaica top goalkeepers like Knight, Connor Boyce Clark, even the Dintil goalkeeper as well. Coach Brefford work with him as well. So people, go over to the camp and enjoy yourself. Pay your $10,000 and go and support Andrew Sewell. Support Andrew Sewell. That would happen. Understand me, people? Yeah, man. So let's move on to back to the show, Mr. Kavi Meeks. Back to the show. We are back to the show. Big up Andrew Sewell. I know anything already. Anyway, I want to go through some of the comment section. Some of the comment in the comment section. All right. So, Doctor says, unseen. Oh, I don't hear you talk about the chance Damian Lowe giveaway. If it was Mexico, would it be under one love? I'm sure about that. Like me, I tell.
Yeah. Those are issues that persons try to rub under the carpet because it's certain players doing it. But if we have to just take our emotion out of the football
And
and
so
look
even
at
if the
what
goal
is there.
score, you wouldn't hear the fans really. Only me, I've got a certain amount of people would hear talk about, Damian Lowe mistake like that. You understand me? But the majority of the fans would never talk about it. They would try to rub it and push it on the rug. You understand me? So let's move on to our next one. We're not stressing on no individual player. We're trying to, do our thing different this time. Our striker needs to take shots from outside of the 18-yard box and stop look to dribble into the six to shoot. Yeah, that's the next factor. And one of the things we can look at is that The game that we played against Mexico, the first goal we scored was a shot outside of the box. And Ochoa, Bobby Reed scored a screamer in that game. And I think if we can we can take shots at the Mexican goal, we can really peg them back. They are aware of that, Mr. Meeks. That if they give Jamaica the space to kick the ball, there can be a serious problem. So although they are a team that impose themselves while the game start, impose themselves, go at you, try to pin you back. They are aware that Jamaica can hurt them on the transition, can hurt them in terms of kicking the ball from outside the box, can hurt them based on individual ability. Understand me? But what they know is that our midfield tends to give away the ball a lot. So they will gang us in that midfield. They are preparing to be win us through that midfield. They are preparing to
And they
win
know
us
that
through
our
that
defense,
midfield.
once they press the defense, they will just go bang outfield.
And they know that
So
Damian Lowe is a rush. They are going to target Damian Lowe in this game. I'm telling you. They are going to target Damian Lowe and our wing backs. They are going to
let,
target
and
those three
see,
players.
let me be. You see, sometimes I have to wonder if Jamaica really use data to make decisions when they're going into the games, because if you look at the team over and over, you see the same issues, the same problems constantly happening, and it's not. In my opinion, it's not being addressed. But when you see a team like a Mexican or a Mexico or a Brazil or whatever, they tend to get better with time, because what the data is saying to the coaches, that is what the coaches use. I think we and other third world countries need to move away from what the eye see and look at what the data is telling us. What is the data telling us? That is the most important. If you look at that, I can tell you, because my eyes can blatantly see that Javon Brown
Javane.
Javane Brown is always caught out of position by ball watching. He's always doing it. Why is it that after so many games he's still doing that same thing? Another thing you can look at Javane Brown is that if he goes forward, 7 out of the 10 or 8 out of the 10 crosses that he plays will go poor, will be a bad cross. Those are some of the areas that the coach should just be specific with him. Okay, this is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do. Is either the player can improve or the player is just not good enough. This is the national team. Look how many players is in our local league. Look how much players is in the diaspora. We can find somebody else. If this player cannot do what the coach want, get somebody else. Two things. He cannot, if you see a weakness, you work on the weakness. You set a timeline. If the player cannot improve, you get somebody else. It is time that these little things stop. Look at I don't even like to pick on players, but a Corey Burke. Corey Burke will not score more than
A
once
goal,
in a
a
blues.
goal per 3 game.
Yeah, once in a blues before he scores. But yet still we keep depending on Corberg to come and win games for us.
Unfortunately, Al Grimson is forced not to play him in this game. Now, who will Al Grimson pick now to do the work of a Corey Burke? Because basically, he sees something in Corey Burke. That's why he put him on the field in terms of how he works and stuff on the field that we are not seeing. And he's convinced that Corey Burke should come off the bench for Antonio if Antonio's off the field. So you're looking for that person with punch, who he will resort to at this moment, like how he's out.
Well, you only have in terms of offensive players, you would have it is clear to say that Leon Bailey will not last the entire game.
Right.
Leon Bailey will not last the entire game. Demari Gray had played the last 2 matches full time, right?
Mhm.
He looks like he's cramping up now in the
Yes,
game.
yes.
So maybe he cannot
He's not at
last.
his full fitness at
He's
the
not
moment.
at full fitness. Mikel Antonio, to me,
Not at his full
look
fitness.
like after 70 minutes he's gone.
Right.
Now we only have 3 persons left on the bench. That is Shamar Nicholson, Kaim Paris, and Whisper. Right? No. Will the coach have confidence to play these players? No, I always ask, if you're not confident about a player, why did you pick that player? Why is that player in the squad?
All right, so Eagle Republic say, I strongly believe that Coach Algrimson made an error in omitting West Arden and Greg Lee instead of bringing Taxi Lawrence and Adrian Marapa. That is it. That is one of the big mistakes that Algrimson made. I don't understand, but you know, JFF thing, you know, coach pick some player, and then some other man at the JFF, you know, have to get some players in the team. Because we can't understand, you carry Tax Lawrence, quality player back in the days when he was in prime. Quality. Play that game, had to come out for the field because of feeling. Did you know these things before? The fitness level of Tax Lawrence coming to the team? Experience, experience, experience. Experience is O2 overrated. Look at what USA is doing. Where USA is in the competition at semi-final. They have no problem with playing the 19-year-old. It's a 19-year-old player that start against um um Canada in the centre back.
I will
It's a
tell you,
19-year-old player playing on the wing, taking on players.
I will tell you that America has around 10 players who is under 22 years old in that squad. They have two 19-year-olds players in that squad, two or three. They have a number of players who are 20 and a number of players who are 21. Jamaica is one of the few teams who refuse to play young players and give them their opportunity.
Right. Why is he driving forward? He's always kicking away the ball. It in pressure. The backline. Brown is not intelligent. It in making passes. Even his crosses is poor at this moment. I think he's playing the wrong position. Remember, you know, Javian Brown played centre back at high school. So most of his youthful development was at what? Centre back.
Okay,
No,
if you can play football, you can play football.
yes, but not
But
everybody
but at
can
the same time,
and
at the same time, Ansi, if you are a player who is always out of position by ball watching, if you go into the center, it's the same thing you're going to do. He's unaware on the field. He's very unaware, and maybe that is the reason why the coach decided to put him wide.
I don't think so. When he plays centre back from the high school level, he played very well. He was one of the best centre backs in Manning Cup.
That,
He
that,
got
that,
a
that
scholarship to
that's an
hold on.
amateur
He
league.
got a scholarship. No, yes. He got a scholarship to play in the university league based on playing centre back at high school.
Mhm.
Right? Then he got a draft pick into the MLS team based on playing centre back in the university. Then they shift him to play wing back.
No, but I know I saw Javier Brown play fullback in
Yeah,
high
you
school.
always like a move to
Yeah, and
switch
he
around.
played fullback
But
in high school
his best
also.
his best position
His
was centre
number
back.
one position is center up, but he played.
But his best
A defender is a defender, and if you are a defender, there is certain basic
so
elements you just don't do.
so this is a key factor that Colin Quest is made. The biggest mistake is Lord Ravel. No, Ravel was in that game where we draw 2-2 with Mexico and everybody praised the team and blah blah blah. What we think Jamaica dash of the game. No, Ravel in that game. Oh, Ravel played in that game, Mr. Mix. Wasn't he very creative? Wasn't he the one that picked up the ball and tried to create, even though we're playing this long ball, long ball, long ball. When you get the ball, you could see somebody trying to create, somebody trying to keep that ball to try to make something happen for Jamaica team.
Yes, in my opinion, Raval is the only midfielder Jamaica has currently who can pick that ball up under pressure and still keep that ball and don't lose that ball easily. He's the only one who can break the pressure from midfield. With him out, we don't have that. So we're going to be always being stranded playing this long ball. If we don't protect Raval or find other players who has that ability as well and develop them to carry out that role, we're going to always have that problem. We have this we have what is this boy name again? From Cornwall.
You know, we're
Um
talking.
what is his name again?
what is his name again, man? That boy from Cornwall College. But him work rate poor, you know.
Hey, but every team you're going to have a player who, once he gets the ball, he will do
He
things
was
for
good. Yeah,
you.
he was good. I
But
remember that first game with him
hold
and
on, hold
Bailey.
on,
They
Ansi.
synchronized.
Ansi, we all from Jamaica need to move away from. We just have this mentality that everybody hard working and hustling. It's not every player has that characteristic.
No, no, no.
Some player you're going to give them the ball, and when they get the ball, they do things for you.
They're going there. All right. All right. What the fans should understand is that players are prepared. Good players in the world are prepared for a particular role. So like a whisper. So then Phoenix. Phoenix prepare whisper to play what?
Wide,
Wide.
striker.
Attack.
Yes.
One way. Attack. Drive at defenders. Cut in and what? Kick the ball. Or have a sight and go with space, kick off for the goal. That's how he was prepared. Right?
What about a Tyreek Magee?
Terry McGee would be, good in this game, but
What
you know,
about a
people
Tyreek
people may
Magee?
people may have problem with us saying calling him a Tariq McGee name right now.
No, it's just a suggestion. It's just that we need somebody. We need ball handlers on the field. We don't need this bully man will dribble with the ball and I kick you every minute and I frustrate people.
But mix, you have to understand that Jamaica culture, we are come from. Remember back in the days, you said it before that you never you couldn't get a youth to play in a Jamaica Premier League.
Yeah, that was true because one time if you're not rough and tumbly, one time back in the days, when you see a local Premier League game, you don't see football, a fight, you see hard, rough, rugged, and you say,
I'm gonna
Jesus,
get licked from
please.
left to right, foot and mash up on it.
Yeah, but no, we move away. So I expect the mindset to move away. Somebody, if a system can protect a person who is Messi a hustler on the field.
In scenarios,
In which
times,
scenario?
at times,
At times, yes,
at times.
but
But
you're
not every time.
you're,
He will
you're
not do it
telling
every time.
you're telling me that if we put a Tyreek Magee, absolutely no time at all, he will do some hustling.
Of course, we
He
also.
will do it, but you won't expect him for him 90 minutes.
No,
of the
that's
game.
what they want.
Yeah?
That's what the Jamaican
But
want
we
him to
can't.
do. Slide tackle.
Look at the biggest player, Neymar. Neymar do hustling like
No.
yeah.
They never give a ball, they might take time and run back. They might
People we need to start look at the bigger picture. If we can't get a team who is comfortable with the ball and break press so that persons when they play with they realize that they can't just do as them like on the field, we're going always in this problem. We need when we go on a field there is respect because people respect us as a playing nation, not as just some bunch of runners who will just
Yeah, the
pick
man
up
said
and
the
down.
whole team needs to be hardworking. You remember, all right, I'm going to ask you a question, simple cinema network. You watch Jamaica football. When the assistant coach now, who is in with Al Gibson, and Vassar Reynolds was coaching the under 17 team, right? When they were doing the player selection and who they picked to go to the championship, they said that they called all the players' name. You know what the key thing that they said, Mr. Mix?
Yeah.
That this player can play this role and he's hardworking, can run a lot, he's full of energy, and and blah blah blah. And when we see the player them on the field, we could have picked the one them who can take the ball up, rest it, and pass it. There are a limited amount of players on the field who could move the ball properly, and they consistently play players who can just move the ball up the field for long. Because they want to kick the ball long, get the ball, try to score, and then kick down people and up and down like a mad.
Let me say something. If a team can play, hardworking players don't help you because what they're going to do is to pass the ball and make you run, and they're going to spend the first part of the game and make you run. When you start to get fatigued now, then they start to penetrate you. So if you're going to use hard working as a yes, it has some importance, but it can't be the sole purpose for when you select a player. You want players who can play football as number one priority. Yeah? You get up each player's fitness to the level that you want. You can't just select I remember seeing that you team playing and I saw a youngster on the team. And every ball that comes to him bung off like you kick a ball on a wall.
And every time I centre back from Garvey myself, every time you get the ball, is a kick down the field. Well, I don't know who, but So I am wondering, what are we using to select players? All All right, so Kevin Williams, our challenger right now, Kevin Williams, because
Hold
we
on.
must control the program, and Tariq McGee was in the team. Tariq McGee defensively is not there, right? But Tariq McGee will hold that ball, will try to create. He's a creator. He is a creator, one of the best coming out of high school, right? One of the best coming out of high school. And whether you like it, yes or not, Jamaica view high school football as one of the best in the country apart from the JPL, right? Whisper was selected in the team not by playing professional football, was playing amateur football, 30 goals in the premier in the schoolboy football, and about 19 assists, right? So Kevin Williams, stats we are used. Tariq Maggie is a good player. Tariq Maggie was set up by previous persons responsible for the team in terms of putting players on the field, right? Tariq McGee play without proper CDMs. And you know Tariq McGee cannot defend or do the work. If you set up your team as what Mr. Meeks is saying, with players that can do the dirty work, give him the ball and say, go and create. That's what we want to build up on the field. Do you think it can
No,
work?
hey, let me say something. I was not saying that Terry Maggie should be in the team. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's what they're saying.
suggesting players who has that ability to keep the ball at their feet under pressure and don't give away the ball.
Right.
And I was looking at Tyreek Maggie from memory as one of those players back from high school system that had that ability. The next player I was thinking of was this one from Cornwall, Peter Lee Vassar
Right.
had that ability to. Now I'm asking, what is happening? What happened to those players? Are they out and done? What's happening with those players? But we're going to have players on the field who running up and down, and every day they set us up, run up and down, reach to a certain point, and then drop out, and then we start back again over the same process again. And we come. We need to do something different. It's a dumb person who does something the same way and expect a different result.
You're dumb.
You're dumb.
You're dumb. You're dumb. Our dumb people think the same way.
You
I
have
think
to do something different. We have been doing this hard work in player for years. From Rene Samoa is there from 1999. We have been doing this for years and it hasn't given us any result. And we're still doing the same thing over and over, hoping for something different. Come on, man. We need to be smarter than that.
Right,
Give other people a chance.
We're there. What go on?
You know, pick up here the coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
But
says?
Let me ask the coach something.
Yeah, man. Question him.
Me not about Peter Lee Butler and them man.
But you say,
Yeah,
well,
answer my question.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
You know a bit about Lee Butler play football right now?
No, hear what I'm saying, Tennessee. I was just looking at the team and I'm saying in the middle of the field we have no ball handlers. Raval is our only ball handler. So from memory, I was thinking of ball handlers that used to play in schoolboy coming. I did not say Peter Vassar or Tariq McGee to be in this team right now. I'm saying what happened to those players? Why we're not developing those ball handlers to ensure that at a certain point in their career they can contribute to Jamaican's football? We're going to work with these hardworking people every day, so.
You repeat yourself because you're coach at Jamaica too. Ask yourself the question.
Oh, I'm so low. Why I'm so low?
Him say, ask yourself the question.
Because you're a coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Talk up on the phone.
No, Mr. You're a coach. You're a coach out there.
Yeah.
You ask we supposed to ask you that.
No, man. I say talk louder because we never in that area a while ago. So I say, ask
You
Mr.
don't know,
Meeks.
though.
Ask
Yes,
Mr.
me hear you, no?
Yeah, me I hear you now.
Yeah, me I say,
Yeah.
you ask why we not develop the player. You the coach. So you supposed to get beat. You're supposed to beat yourself. Because ask yourself the question, why you not develop the player like that?
Let you what I say now. You what I say now. This is what I say. You see, the schoolboy system or the local league, nobody in a Jamaica or nobody abroad can tell me so we don't have players within that league which can be developed to become top class. Nobody can tell me that because there is raw talent. If you check the history, Jamaica can compete against anybody in the world at the under 13, maybe the under 15 level. But after that, what happens? The development is gone. It's not a coach thing now, it's a JFF thing to ensure that him structure the thing in such a way that the coaches get more exposure, and so hence once coach get exposure, the teams and players will develop better. Look at Whisper. Look at Whisper for argument. Say, how the hell you have Whisper in the team and you're gonna give Burke so much game? Me just can't get it. Me can't get it. Me can't get it because we need goals. Me just can't get it. We can't get it. No, them are gonna say that Whisper not reach to the level. Why we don't structure the team in such a way that we look at Whisper weakness and we say, okay, this is his weakness, so but this is his strength. This is what we need. How we going to ensure that we cover him weakness as a team? I saw the coach them fair thing, Virgin.
So we put a man in the team to cover him weakness.
Huh? I think his strength is more predominant than his weakness. That is what I think.
But what may I say, you see, right now, if you are going to play football as a youth, then
yeah,
you responsible for your own self. You can't depend on JFF to guide you through your own. Because by Peter Lee versus Tariq Maggie and all that. You can't blame the JFF for what happened to them. You're responsible for yourself with that job. You understand?
Yeah.
So if you go forward and do your thing, you have to go out and work hard and train. Come and be. If Tariq Maggie means that Jamaica, I mean, that's still play the Premier League and that's still play JPL and anything there. But you go overseas though, and you see a level where you go amongst the higher level. You understand?
Yeah.
Because you cannot in Jamaica right now, and you think you're this.
Yeah.
In a road. And when you go one club overseas, you realize that you never reach the level that of this video. And you're a star at Jamaica. You understand? So
yeah.
I think you're responsible for your own development as a person. Then the JFF can do but so much to help you. I mean, when they come and take coaching and things,
no,
I think they should have more.
You know, one of the things that I think that JFF should be doing, I think that JFF should be seeking persons from overseas to come and educate the coaches, inform coaches, and any coach who is interested pay to do the courses. Right? That is the function of JFF. Whether you want to say it's our responsibility, we don't have the resources for our travel overseas and get it ourselves. So JFF can meet us halfway. If they bring a coach and the coach say, and they say, okay, we're going to have a coach that's going to teach those say this phase of the game. Who is interested? Who interested go? But most time when anything are going on in a JFF, you not hear only a selected few here. So guess what happened now? So may I say most times things are happening at JFF, you don't hear. Only a selected few here. So guess what happened now? You see the limited amount, the limited amount of person who getting that opportunity keep on circulating within the system and keep on fail. So you go and you coach this team and you fail. Then switch you and put you to another team few years right now and you just fail again. And the cycle continue. That need to stop, brother. How is it that schoolboy football are going to improve if you're not educate coaches?
I do.
Think about what I say. Eh?
You understand?
You think only the 10 or 15 coaches want the education, enough people in Jamaica want it. Give them an opportunity and see what going to happen.
Because remember back in the days, players left for an EJPL and go straight and play in a English Premier League.
Eh?
I don't remember them time.
Eh? Which time?
When players used to left from the JPL and go straight to England and go straight to EPL team and start.
Hey, but then football never reached at the level where it reached now, where science take over and all of them something there. So them used to just look by where your eyes are telling.
Because football is still at a level still. So,
no, football now and football back then, two different levels now. Football now, scientific, man.
You have to do more technical work and anything.
Yeah.
In levels like football at Jamaica, I think it's stagnant. You know, move from which part of India. Which in the rest of country them.
Me, so your phone, I got for the
Tennessee. And improve them football.
Tennessee.
But our
Tennessee.
You.
All right. So what you know now? You have to go call back. I'm gonna put it on the speaker box. So yeah, because we have a guest on the show. You understand me?
Yeah, man.
All right. People, we have here in the
I would have
studio
Craig Butler.
Craig, the one and only Craig Butler. People, welcome. Craig Butler over Unseen Sports TV and El Futuro Sports Academy. Craig, what's up, man? Saw you over Ryan LFC
Wow.
earlier. Oh, there, you're the teacher, and right now, Jamaica supposed to give you a clap. And me there right here, so I give you a clap for you achieve. I remember the days back in Constant Spring when you have Chip PM, your son, John Terry, Diddy, the goal, and enough other youths from over Constant Spring Primary and Cassava Piece and Uptown all over, train and me there, I try to get. Me never go still, me like tracks man. You understand? But we did it, I would see it, I would like the football and thing. And just to see the growth in terms of where the players are right now and the young players now that you are pushing forward into international market. I wish most of the coaches have the mindset like you to fight for these players, fight the aggressors, and to push the football outside of Jamaica. It's like most of us are locked to this box in Jamaica. I want to look outside of Jamaica to be a world renowned football nation. You understand me? I will have it because of our genetics, as I always say. You understand me? So what do you think about that?
Well, I think it's true. I think that more people have to be brave, but it's very difficult for a coach to to um to operate the way that I operate. You'd have to have gone through a lot in your life that make you realize that faith is really important, and to act on that faith is even more important. And so some of the things that I do, our next man might not be able to do it. The next man might be afraid to take the risks that I would take. You know, I mean, believing in what I believed, and focusing on it to the point that no matter if you were on your face with your last dollar, you're still not giving up. And but what I think is that since I have already broken through that mold, then others should be easier able to take on that challenge. And
Look like Sir Butler got a call.
with it.
Got a call. Oh, you're back. Yeah, continue, Sir Butler.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I say a lot of people are sitting waiting on a handout, or saying, "Oh, well, we don't have the money to this, or we don't have the funding to do it." Don't get up, man, and go do some coaching. Get up, man. You can coach you them. Get up, but educate yourself. Get up, make a difference, and that's the problem. You have a lot of people that like to complain, but nobody likes to do. You understand?
Right.
Everybody wants to have a beautiful football field in Jamaica. And them said the water, and them said the rain, and them said this, and them said that. You ever go up a Mona field? When last you go up a Mona field, I look on it.
Well, me see it on Instagram where you them are work on it.
Exactly. We
Yeah.
do it ourselves.
And put
Every
water
day
pipes and
before
everything.
training, each person have to take off 40 stone.
Right.
Every day after training, each person have to bring 40 weed. Cause 40 days and 40 nights, Jesus was out in the wilderness and get tempted by the devil. You understand? So we
Right.
take off a 40 stone, our 40 weed, and in a year, we feel crisp and nice. And we
Yeah.
take pride in it. So that's just how life is. The little steps that you have to take. Them say, they say, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. You know.
Right. So
Mhm.
your achievements so far in the Jamaica in terms of developing players and stuff like that. What was the hardest thing you faced, in terms of developing these players, we have go through and stuff like that. What were some of the obstacles that you faced?
I think the biggest obstacle I ever had was where a parent wanted one of the players to go and play for another country.
Okay.
And it would have brought money to the parent, but it would have wrecked the kid's potential as a professional doing what he loved to do and rising to the top and having to stand up and say, no, you're doing the wrong thing. I'm in a business if what you want to do. That was the hardest thing to do. Really was hard to support the kid during that time because I'm a father too, you know. And as a father,
So
you hear me?
Yeah, man, we're hearing you. We're hearing you.
I hear you.
You hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Oh, what's going on there? You hearing me now? Better? Still not hear me? You hear me now?
I cannot hear you. I not hearing
Yeah, hear him.
you.
Yeah, hear him.
check that now.
No, you're not plugging into this. I'm not plugging into this. You hear me now? Craig? Still
And
not
I
hear me.
leave and come back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe somebody call you. So people, Craig Butler here sharing some serious information on
I want
Unseen
to
Sports
hear Craig
TV.
Butler.
Yeah, man, they never asking him question. This after you ask. Let me hear. This one first. Craig, are you hearing me now? All right. Yes, I'm hearing you clearly. Hold on, I'm put you back on the screen. Hold on. No, we keep doing- I'm add you back to the screen. Sorry, Craig. Ryan, people, them. I mean, I do my thing for myself, you know, when I get help. Common sense. But quick, man. See that right up. When you see Billy side of you see Whisper side of you know what I think of. Yeah, that's how we have to do it. Quick and fast.
I don't sit down Bailey or whisper beside me.
So you're not gonna see it on your side, but when you watch over the stream on YouTube, you'll see the
Mm.
graphics. So
Yes, so
it's a whole heap of setup, you know. I'm using this
mm,
Fmux thing. Yeah. So Elfutor, I have some question to ask you about the
who?
team. Cavi Mix, Coach Cavi Mix.
Hi coach, how are you?
Not bad.
You remember when you came and played Charlie Mount over by when Ducky was there?
Yeah,
Then Whisper them time Whisper was, you know, I think around 15, 16 years before him playing courts.
14.
Fourth, yeah, around that time. And the time was Ducky was coaching. Before that, Cavi Mix was the coach of Charlie Mount, the one Ben Francisco. He was the head coach. One Ben
Okay,
Francisco. Yeah.
okay. Congratulations, coach.
Thank you. Night, Mr. Butler. I don't know you in person, but because of the sport, I feel like we're a friend. Because I actually admire your work, and I think you should have more power in the football. But we won't go down that road. I just want you to tell me your opinion of the national team and their playing style currently in the Gold Cup.
What do you see as their playing style?
I'm trying to figure it out because all I see is long ball and I don't even know.
Mm.
They make a long pass, you know, mix. They put it up and call it long passes.
And I personally have some let's not say personal. I think some players who is there should not be there because I just don't think they're good enough. I don't think they can score goals to win a tournament. And yet still these players consistently get game. People like Corey Burke. I'm not trying to make you feel good, but I think Whisper should be given more opportunity based on what he has naturally. And I'm trying to figure it out. What in your opinion, what you think is the rationale for Whisper not getting more playing time?
Um, you're a coach, right?
Yes.
I know how important it is to manage the dressing room. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you bring in a young player and you have some more seasoned players there, and you bring in the player and you just play him over all of the other one. Then what will happen to the dressing room?
You're going to have turmoil. But I think
Exactly.
that some of them shouldn't be there
Wait,
in the first
wait,
place.
wait. Yeah, but wait now. So even though you as a coach may say, okay, say you need to be playing, you might at the same time
Hold on, this boy. Talk, Mr. Mix. Talk, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
already listening, you know.
yeah, you as a coach may need to manage how you how you integrate him into the team. So I understand what he's doing. Shamar Nicholson is on a, like, I know he not scoring as much as he used to, and he want to get back there. Um, you have Burke who has been there, he's scored lots of goals in the MLS or whatever. You have Bobby Reed, who's a top man in his club. You have Demarai Gray, who's a top man in his club. You have Liam Bailey, who's a top man in his club. You have West Ham, big striker up front. So,
Yeah.
um, where you might say, listen, the youth can come in and compete with them right now for spots, and I would say the same immediately. You have to also understand the philosophy and the psychology of coaching and how to integrate a team and have a team work together. And so him slowly but surely are working with Spider. Yeah. But at the same time, I have at Phoenix 8 winger, and 8 of them wicked. I have a young one named Sean Lane.
Bad baller, bad baller,
Wicked.
bad baller.
Him
14
played
year
two
olds,
year
right?
of Money Cup. Him played 2 year of Money Cup already, and him just 14-year-old.
Yeah, 40, yeah.
Yeah, holy of assists, um, goals and thing already. But I manage how I use my wingers. I play some more, bring in the others. I know Sean have time, so eventually Sean gonna be the man. But him can take little time and allow the other one them opportunity to get a little polish, still leave. So as I say, I kinda tired, but the truth be told, the system that the coach is playing is actually correct, 100% correct. And it's a lot of it is by actually what I've been saying in the media for quite some time, that we're not Brazil, we're not Spain, we're not Germany, we're not China, we are Jamaica. And we must play to our strengths. We are fast offensively and fast defensively. We don't need to play long balls. They're not playing long balls. That's the first thing I can tell you. If you watch how the ball game play, okay, one or two ball play direct to the striker, and the striker try late to the midfield and then move from it. So, yeah. But for the most part, the ball is built through the holding midfielders to the attacking midfielders or the wingers. And that's where the game starts from. The team presses, so they play much higher up the pitch than they used to. And they're trying to cut out the whole heap of side back passes that, if you look back at all of Jamaica's games, that has been a huge problem for us because we make mistakes. When we do that a lot, you invite pressure and you make mistakes because of our lack of discipline as a nation. So lack of discipline as a nation, because we're indisciplined now. So we make mistake. Indiscipline meaning we'll take a little risk here or there where we don't need to. We'll play a pass back to a man where you know say to put the man under pressure. right? You as a centre half will try dribble or beat a defender, but you know that if you lose the ball, we're not problem. So we're playing the game. We're using 4-point attack with an attacking midfielder in Leon, right? And you're rotating the other two wingers with him, so they're going in and out. Yeah, but all of them have the capacity to do that job. They're putting one holding midfielder and a half with a guy who can make through passes. Atiba there. If you notice, he made a beautiful pass to Leon. I think in the Trinidad that game.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
Beautiful
from
pass.
deep,
Beautiful pass.
beautiful true pass.
Yes.
That Chippy could have control the ball, look on the linesman, and then kick. You understand? So he had a lot of time. So that was, in my opinion, I like that player. And they have Lambert, who does the extra dirty work in the midfield. And him keep it simple. Don't try to dribble, win the ball. Just get to the attacking midfielder then. Um, and we press high, and it's been very effective. There's good communication between the top three. Yeah. And I believe we have a team that can actually go really, really far. And when you look at bringing Whisper in more now, giving him more minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, yeah, it will go further. And I think what will happen eventually in that team is he's not gonna pull Bobby, Demarai, Leon, or Mikael or Whisper. I think what will end up happening is he will go to three at the back. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah,
listening to you. We're listening. We're listening.
yeah, right. They he will probably go to three at the back, use two holding midfielders, right? So right now I'm using four at the back, two holding midfielder, one attacking, and three across the top, right? What I think you'll eventually do is go to three at the back, two holding midfielders, two attacking, and three across the top. So in other words, you have a Leon Bailey and probably a Bobby Reed, right, in the middle. And then I'm bringing probably a Whisper out on the right side. But now I talk now when I talk maybe in another 2 months or so, right? Put on a Whisper up on the flank. And now what you'll have is a potent attacking force that can high press, win the balls high up the pitch, and destroying the team. Because in truth and in fact, what we want is we do not want the ball to be played around the back like Brazil. We're not playing a tiki-taki football, right? Tiki-taki football is for people who don't have any pace. Tiki-taki football is for the genetics of the Spanish who are able to run for long distances. If you notice in the marathons and stuff, the Spanish always in it. If you notice, with the the Jamaicans are sprinters, 400, 200, 100, right? Pace. Nobody else in the world can match us. The tiki taki football is aimed at doing what? Wearing you down, don't it?
Yes, right,
Yeah.
right, right, right.
But we don't need to wear people down. We need to press people, take away the ball from them, cross it, and finish. We need to get the balls quickly to the attacking midfielder. The attacking midfielder thread the needle, create one-on-one situations where would be advantageous to us. If you look at a Leon Bailey, if Leon gets the ball 10 times, right? What are the percentages of him pushing the ball past a man and the man
It's,
catching him?
it's around 85%.
Exactly. So if you have that opportunity, why not create more opportunities like that, more situations like that for a team rather
No,
than try to play like Brazil?
no, Leon Bailey have to be first. Leon Bailey have to be in the position, and then we have to have that creative midfielder who can give Leon Bailey the ball.
Yeah, but forget about Leon Bailey. There's Demarai Gray that can do the same thing.
True,
Forget about Demarai Gray. There's Bobby Reed that can do the same thing.
true,
Forget about Bobby Reed. There's Whisper that can do the same thing.
right.
And we have a big truck up front. That
But
any
but
cross come in, him going brutalize the people in the
but, here-
box and put them in the back of the net.
but here's my problem. Here's my problem. So, for example, if we're playing a Mexico team, right, and we don't score in the first half, now, me say Mexico score on us. What? I don't see a plan B in Jamaica play so far if we're back against the wall, or are we going to get goals? You understand me? The first thing is we try if we run and put somebody on the field who are going to just run up and down and take card, right? You don't see that intent of putting on somebody on the field who's going
No
to
man, no man.
take
Yeah. Have
card.
you been watching how the team plays?
Of
The team has
course,
not been playing run up and down football. The team has been playing the ball to the man them
you
foot,
said team, you
get the
know.
ball into the space.
The team, you know. Not about somebody who go up on the field. Charging the player them and see him card out there right now.
Why you say that? Why you don't just call the person's name? When I don't have my balls, I don't understand. If a
Corey
Corey Burke
Burke.
I talk about,
Corey Burke.
let me tell you why me like Corey Burke.
Tell me, because we don't understand.
Okay,
Not
him
even like
card out, right?
he's a
Okay, him
player. He's
card
a
out,
player.
right?
You know,
As a
not
player,
personal,
as a
not
player,
personal. Yeah, not as a player.
as a player, you know what
Not
I would
personal.
take Corey Burke and do with him?
Yes.
Just finishing training. Because see, his heart and his work rate is higher than anybody else on the pitch. Corey Burke will run you into the ground. He will press you, he will do him job. All right, listen now. The last 2 games he has come on, he hasn't done a lot of that. Them start off and then them gone in a cool mode. But in truth and in fact, Corey Burke is a type of player that you use to press. You use him to press, you use him to crash the box, you use him to finish. Not everybody going to have the finesse. And everybody have a Leon Bailey, or a Whisper, Craig Butler can't coach everybody in the world.
That's not true. That's not true. But when we
I
want
just
to ask
joke that joke.
I'm
That's
gonna
joke.
ask you a serious question. The percentage. All right. So we have three. Agreements to use 3 players off of the bench so far. We put on. Now you have 3 players. Him start him name again, Karim Price, magician that I did. Anyway, him always put on Corey Burke first, then he put on
The
Bowser.
match you don't count. The match when
Hold
start,
on.
the whole command them don't count.
All right. So he put on Corey Burke first, then he put on Bowser, then he put on Whisper. Who is more likely to score a goal for Jamaica?
Whisper.
So why Corey Burke keep going on the field? That's what I'm asking. Why Bowser keep getting the chance? Bowser is a good player, Mark, Corey Burke, when Corey Burke is in his good form, he will score a goal, and do the work, Or what. But
All
at
right.
this moment at Gold Cup, why
All
are
right.
we resorting to these
All right.
players?
First of all, he's trying to swap apples for apples. So he figures I can't. This is not. I'm not speaking for him. I'm
Right,
trying to figure out how his mind would be thinking. Right.
right.
Him have Mikel Antonio, Butter and Ram. I'm look at Shamar Nicholson. I'm say big, tall, strong. He would do the work in the middle up front that Mikel Antonio would be doing.
Right.
So we'll put on Shamar. Shamar Nicholson in the past has delivered on those things sometimes. Be honest, right? It's not today Shamar Nicholson not playing, right? Bulls are not playing exactly the best football he can play right now. But
No?
let me ask you a question. If you have a child, if you have a son, may have the experience, and your son a mess up, yeah? Yeah, that's your son and give up on him.
Yeah, it's that scenario now. A scenario in a link with football. Use a scenario.
Really?
Yeah, man. Not a link with
Football is a fam. Listen.
not really link with
Football,
football.
listen up. Football is the biggest example of family that you can ever have.
Yes, but
Football is a team sport. Football is love. You see, if you believe in a youth, you don't just give up on him. So if he might go through a rough patch, you don't just dash him and put him on the bench and forget about him. Shamar
no,
Nichols
the
has
bench is
all
a
and
part
all
of
and
the
all.
team.
Who is the leading goal scorer for Jamaica in the Gold Cup?
Them I agree.
Not this year.
Overall,
Overall,
Mattox.
really.
Don't worry,
How
matter.
Shamar Nicholson go up on the goal scoring part? How Fim thing go? How much goal him score?
We have to go check that. I don't have that. I don't have
Why
that.
don't you do that? Second of all, now, Whisper my plan, so it suit me for push my agenda, right? It suit me,
Yeah, yeah.
but I'm telling you the truth. As a coach, you have to give him chances and you have to get him confidence back up. Because if you don't, he'll be in a wheelbarrow somewhere, dash away. So, me not gonna dash him my player. I'm gonna try to give him a chance to rehabilitate himself, try hope so him get that one goal and then build up back in confidence. Because confidence Shamar lacking right now.
That's
It's
true.
not hard. It's not heart. It's not love for Jamaica. It's confidence. When
I
I'm
think
take him go Russia, I'm gonna mess him up. You know see that? You know see that them do with us, one of the sons of the sun. That them do, you know. A bench up the man and a break him confidence. You know what it is like up in a Russia the film? Come on, man.
Shamar has 2 goals in his Gold Cup career.
Okay. But he also has scored goals for Jamaica. And we all know that he did very well in Belgium at Shalawa. And we
Right.
know that he have talent.
Yeah,
Yeah?
but we know him have talent.
So nobody go on like said he
No,
not
one
talent.
thing with Shamar, you know,
Right?
Shamar gonna always create opportunities. I'm gonna always have the spaces to get the ball.
Exactly.
Finishing.
Exactly. Exactly. So think about it now. If the coach is going to take off Mikel Antonio, he wants somebody who is still up there will have that force in the box. Second of all, if you notice him always bring on Burke William to add another dimension of mobility and pressure. Because that's what Burke do. Them run all day on there.
Yeah, man, hard
Yeah?
working. Jamaica
Hard
style.
working.
Hard working.
Hard working youth,
Hard.
right? So
Yeah.
okay. So if you have 20 minutes leave in a very, very tight match, him put on them, man. He never put on Whisper Nine. Okay. Me that love to Whisper Nine, but they cheer all night for Whisper Nine. Come on, when I see the change and make them now go on my vex. So Whisper Nine for there. But you know what? Patience is a virtue, and if you don't have it, it will hurt you. I say Whisper is the most competitive youth. So I say when you don't play him in another match, it's like you just put another little, it's like you just light an X fire and put it in him bag. And the bag will burn him. So the minute him touch that pitch, God go with Mexico. You understand?
Yeah,
So I think he's managing his team and he's managing his team well and the rotations. He's
so,
keeping the love.
so, so,
If you
so
notice after the game, everybody happy and a laugh and a
right,
dance,
right.
including Whisper.
Right.
He's keeping the love and he's managing his team well. And
So,
that's
sir,
what you have to do.
so, Sir Butler, I understand what you say about that. I understand it, and it's true. I understand based on what I'm seeing, it's true. It's taking that approach that you would take. You understand me in terms of, you Spice young, you can always, wait on his turn and so forth. And the other players are there who are senior players and stuff. We look at it a different way. If a young player is getting an opportunity. But me as a coach, or I don't, I mean, I speak for myself. Maybe he might go speak for himself, right? Me as a coach. Now, based on stats coming into the Gold Cup and stats right now in the Gold Cup, I would rather lose playing Whisper on the field because I know that his percentage is higher to score a goal for Jamaica than play Corey Burke or Shamar Berza if I've been forced to pick one out of the three of them. That
Him
is my
not forced. Him not forced. Him a do maths.
You understand me?
Him a add one plus. Listen. All right. You know like how. All right. You see you.
Yeah.
When you play football, you play 1-2, don't?
Right.
You know what me play?
What you play?
1-6.
All right. Explain that.
My centre half will pass the ball game, a midfielder.
You play six passes and a shot.
6 pass before him reach the
Okay,
goal.
I understand. Yeah.
This is when it's when it cross.
Right.
I'm a centre half in the box about the ball and a goal.
Right.
Because 6 other pass, I know same for just run go in the middle. It is thinking beyond what is the obvious, right?
Something
And
new.
and the coach is thinking beyond what is the obvious. The obvious is that Whisper is a better choice. Yeah? But when you do that, you kill Shamar Nicholson confidence worse. Right? You good
So
all build a bad vibe and the man start quarreling and say, oh, the youth are start over me. At this time, yeah? At this time, right? Um, see that man an idiot. Who said that?
Travis Spencer, man.
Who that brother there? No one know him one day. Came ever for about 10 years now. The man they put my thing and fight against the thing, you know.
it's just,
Everywhere me look to see him
it's just,
there.
it's just a fan of the sport, you know. It might be more opinion and things. Yeah,
Not
yeah.
a nice guy.
Pesa
One
that
time I
him, you
cussed
know.
him off.
Pesa that. Pesa will always voice him opinion and don't care, right? And he will fight to the death for him opinion and things. So, it don't make no
What
sense.
kind of stupid opinion is that? I bet you that
Yeah,
Whisper
yeah.
don't play for the first
Opinion,
team.
we all know
We all
opinion.
know that Whisper have the talent right now to start in another team there. For sure. Right?
Right.
But do you want a team or do you want Whisper to play?
We want a team.
Let me
To
give an
play, team
example.
to play together.
Me and Whisper go to England, and when Whisper come back,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
the two man want to start on the wing. Whisper have to sit down on the bench and wait and work him way back in. Why? Because I don't want the man and feel like someone can just fly in and take them games. Not for earn it back. You understand? It's part of the psychology of coaching. It's part about keeping a team versus 11 players on the pitch. You get me? And when Whisper get him chance, he's going to dominate. We all know that. And him soon get him chance. Soon get him chance. Right now, you're looking at the team where we have Chelsea, we have Everton, we have Fulham, we have West Ham, we have Aston Villa. That's our forward line, you know. Yeah?
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. I'm almost sure that this come up game, the higher the stakes is the more the coach will go for what he need.
So
You understand?
that is what I like.
The higher the stakes. So if I play against Mexico right now, yeah, and things are got tight, and we need a man for score the goal, him not gonna run the risk. We play him. But he's also teaching the youth to value the opportunity that they get. It not just comes so.
True.
You understand?
Yeah, man, understand.
I remember same fox stick, sheep stick goat.
That's true.
You bring in a new youth because you have talent and just dash you the man them we have. The same youth you go feel say you got dash him when you find somebody better. Yeah?
True.
With me, I have man youth in my program for years and years. You think say you can just come get them man and game yourself. You have to come and earn your spot. You have man that have Phoenix for 6 months of training and can't start a game. And them good. Right now, let me show you. We have Licker Richie from Clarendon join up with Phoenix. You know Licker Richie?
Yeah, man, we know him, man.
In bad enough.
Bad baller, man.
Yeah. Have Shabba. You know Shabba? We come from St. Vincent. When we
No.
did this JC one time.
No.
I take him a Mona. Him wicked. I him score against Mona. When the JC win Money Cup. No, when them lose to KC in the final. In the play.
Okay.
You have Shabba. You have Zane Pinnock. Right?
Right. We
You
know his
have,
name.
yeah, you have Whisper. You have an English shooter there from
Butler.
Liverpool.
You know him.
Yeah. Beer baller.
And
You have Sean,
Pele Williams is under that, right?
Saka there, Dylan there, Theo there, Isco there.
Denzel, Washington, McKenzie. I'm
Oh,
my
you mean?
favorite still.
I name Little Ted.
I'm my
You
favorite
understand?
still. Why am not play for Jamaica team then?
Brother, time will come. We can't bother with the whole argument with them, man. I think them will learn them lessons slowly but surely.
But me, him always
So,
I get picked for the team though, but me here say you now send him.
and him always get picked for the team. I one time get picked for the team. If he get picked right now, him not go either.
Him now
Right
go.
now, because the man them a go Europe right now.
Okay, okay.
You
So every
understand?
time I get picked, yeah, go Europe. I don't- every
Man,
time I
don't
get
come
picked.
out, man, I don't come back on the show again, you know.
No man, that question me ask you know, Craig Butler.
No, you made a statement and go.
No
It's
man.
not funny. In the summer, which is now, each year
Mhm.
we take the players to Europe to play against the big teams in Europe, so the big teams in Europe can get to know them, right? You think his Manning Cup make Whisper get picked for in England?
No, I think the tours that he went over in England
Exactly,
and the
exactly,
performance. But the ice of the
exactly.
cake was the Money Cup performance as well.
No, it was not. Manning Cup was for Jamaica. England don't know about it long time.
All right.
Cause I have him actually I go school in England. By right, Whisper never for play Manning Cup. Cause Whisper never there Jamaica for the whole year before him play.
Yeah, man, they want
Him
to
there
academy
Brookhouse College.
Brookhouse College, yeah.
Yeah. So we could have used us or something and block him. But me nah do that because I'm a player. Time passed now, so it mean nothing. It mean nothing. We can talk about it if we want. But at the time, me I play against Whisper, my mouth shut. I don't care. Because I don't believe in that. You understand? I believe in playing. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
No. So the reality is this, right? When we travel, like now we're leaving, right? The man I'm gonna play against Ajax, I'm gonna play against Genk, I'm gonna play against Estrella, I'm gonna play against Benfica, I'm gonna play against Chelsea under 21, Aston Villa under 21, Man City under 21, Watford under 21. What did that team name again? Um Sheffield United under 21, right? So this is the type of exposure that they need. They need the money to see them and know so that we can beat their teams. If we beat their teams, once you them turn of age, them will then pick them. So Theo is going to be 17 this year, right? You
Right.
don't think he should be going on that tour? You
No,
don't think he
man,
should be
no,
going on that tour?
no. I'm supposed to go up on the tour where give him the opportunity.
Okay, so if Jamaica go a little tournament in Nicaragua or some little something on them and go, and then call him for go, he must sacrifice that opportunity.
No, no, I don't.
Exactly. Because guess what?
So that's why I ask you. Is it that you guys always go?
So,
That's what I'm asking.
so just imagine if at next, can you imagine? Theo goes and play for Jamaica, right? Another man go on the tour. A club pick him and him go on and him a play for Ajax, right? Man dominate Ajax. Theo there Jamaica now a play for Cavaliers Football Club, right?
Right.
Who you think will make the senior national team? Theo will
Right.
play for Cavaliers Football Club or
So,
the man
so,
will dominate Ajax?
so my answer, So based on statistics and based on what is happening in the football of Jamaica, it is most likely that a player from the club of Cavalier will make the team because that is what everybody's seeing right now.
Not anymore.
But it kind of changed now, Kind of
Yeah.
changed. Kind of changed now.
Because guess what? You see this coach realized his tenure is going to be based on his performance, whether he win or lose.
Right.
Now, whether or not him play speed player then. So he has clearly made that decision, or any logical coach who is an international coach and don't have ties to Jamaica other than him job would make the decision to pick the best players he can find. No, sir.
Right.
Because when you look at this team that he has at the playing in the Gold Cup, that's the best players he can find. No two ways about it.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you a question about the game. All right, about the game. So earlier in the show, Mr. Meeks give the statistics at the Mexican team. Games that we played together, especially the last one we played, where we draw 2-2 and stuff like that. So the question is, how do you think Jamaica should approach a game versus Mexico? And
Press.
press is one. And who you think Mexico can hurt us if we make mistake?
If we start play side back and play the ball around the back and turn it back and get the midfielder and the midfielder play it back to the centre half and centre half play goalkeeper get left back and go around. Then when they slowly creep up on us and just
What
pinch a man, pick a man pocket.
what about what you think about the direct ball though from the goalkeeper to the centre forward and vice versa from the
Not
centre
interested in that. We don't want that. That's not what the man them doing.
No. It's too all right. So me never did try it, when you attack, but me not agree. Because a 2 game alone, Mr. Jamaica try to put on the ball. Even from the first match we play Mexico, a long ball we play, we finish. We score some
No.
goals still, but a long
Yeah,
ball.
me no business about them match they were gone. Because them match they were gone did not have the firepower we have now.
I just one person coming in.
Those matches that were gone did not have Demarai Gray, did not have Leon Bailey, Bobby Reed.
Of course, Leon Bailey played that game.
Just let me finish the baller and Mikel Antonio on the same pitch.
Mikel Antonio and Bobby Blaine wasn't there, but Bailey was there the last time. Mikel Antonio and Demar Gray was the only two attackers weren't there. We had
Okay.
Tamar
That's not
Nicholson.
only two, that's half of the attacking force.
Yeah. We have
That's not only
Tamar
two, that's
Nicholson was the
50%.
striker.
That's 50% of the attacking force. That's not the only two. You have Mikel Antonio up front. You have Bobby Reed on the right. You have Demarai Grape on the left. And you have Chipping in the middle. Right? And you have two men who can win the ball or give it to them. You want to get the ball as quickly to those people because that is your asset. As quickly as possible. Defense is not our asset. We've never been great at defending.
Never.
What we've been great at doing is playing a game where we try not to lose versus playing a game to win. There's a difference, right?
Yes.
Right.
Right? And that's what we've been doing all along. That's why we keep trying to keep possession, play it round this up, keep it away from them, play it round this. I don't want to keep it away from them. I want transition and get 30 shots on goal for the game and score 6 versus trying to keep the ball, take 2 shots on goal, and the man then break down one with defense and make a mistake and the man just run through and score per win at the dying minutes. And a 1-1 or 2-1. Now that you say all the while.
Yeah.
You're not tired of see that. You're not tired of see. We draw a match 1-1 or lose 1-0.
I see a change though in the Guatemala game where normally 70 minutes we can start fret and say, boy, I'll give it a goal. It kind of changed now in terms of our manage
Of
the
course
game.
it changed because everybody has learned. We have said, listen, the dangerous parts of the game is as the game starts, just before halftime, just when it resumes, and just before it's done. So those are the integral points where you need to ensure so no goal, no score point. And you need to keep your concentration and team synergy.
What do you think is Mexico's strength though? Strength that we have to nullify them in.
Mexico's strength is playing the ball out of the back. Yeah?
Mhm.
And going through the weak hole. So if Mexico in the past had, say, for example, right, a Leon Bailey on one wing, Ravel Morrison in the middle, that's slower and aging, and no Mikel Antonio, another forward up this. And they have another little man on the left hand side. What do you think them do? Them just go through the weak side
Yeah.
and come out. But the problem is now, there is no weak side. There is no way for you to come out from. If you go the right side, you're back up in a Fulham. If you go the left side, you're back up in a Everton. If you go through the middle, you face West Ham. If you get past any of them, Aston Villa come for you. You understand?
All
What
right.
I'm talking about
All right.
is quality, is professional footballers that have played at a higher level facing off against you. So you're not going to just find a little weak link where you can break down the fence then. So if
Right?
we play a pressing game and play high and get the ball to the man them quickly, then you don't have the problem. You
No
don't
cut
have
it.
problem.
People in the comment section, please to like the El Futuro and Anti Sports TV. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I mean, a lot I want to come on and not subscribe and not like up the like. But do that now. Yeah, man, show some love to the channel. The big boss is here, Craig Butler, the Phoenix boss. You understand me? Is here on Anti Sports TV. So like and subscribe for the content. You understand? We're trying to build our country, educate the people. I don't know someone a pro license coach or not license or not in the comment section because we know more than two the whole theory right. So you understand? Maybe someone are comment in the comment section. But people, like up the live, subscribe. You understand me? So Sir Butler, I want you to give us your starting level. Because you said something a while ago, I just want your starting level. You said them can't it's hard for them to get out because they can build up play good, attacking one half properly. So tell us your starting level. Because more ask a serious question after you.
My starting 11 would be different than what the coach is going to play.
All right.
Now, my starting 11 is based off full knowledge of all the players.
All right.
So I would have played. I would have played three at the back, two holding midfielders, two attacking midfielders, two wingers, and a striker. But the coach don't reach that stage of development there yet. He might get there, you know. Them not reach a stage of transition there yet. And he must slowly but surely I get there. If you look at how he play and what
We
he
use it.
try to,
We
eh?
use it on the back.
You know,
Defender.
he can use when them low
Mm-hmm.
the Sean,
Yeah, man, this
and
one play good.
you can also use Mariapa if you want, right? If you use three. Then
You know,
you
use.
could but may I tell you say if you use three,
All right.
right? Then you put Lambert and you probably put you could have used the same youth there, the same look at you, Latte body here with him.
Oh. Javier Brown
Right?
look like him out.
Huh?
Javier Brown look like him out. See
Yeah
my
man,
man
I'm out man.
strap over him
Yeah,
knee.
but I'm telling you what a 3-2-1, 3-2-2-3 would be, you know. You understand? So you
Two
don't
attacking
have
players now. The two attacking players.
which two attacking play. I'll give you the two defensive, and then you could have used um Chippy, and you could have used Bobby Reed,
Who is Chippy?
and then you could have used
Yeah.
Whisper on one side and Demarai on the other side. And then you use Mikel Antonio up front, and then you press them up in them hole, for them half. Don't make them come out none at all. So all them can do is kick out the ball, and then Damian Lowe win the ball and start the game. And that way you're protecting your back line with the two holding midfielders tackling in front, and then you just go from there. But the team I think that he will start tomorrow is Lembiska on the right,
Okay.
Deshaun, Bernard, and Damian Lowe.
Mm-hmm.
Bell on the left, and the two midfielders he used last time, and the four up front. That's the team that going to start. That's how the team will start. Lembiska start on the right,
Bill on the left.
Bell on the left,
And the two
the two
midfielders
centre
are
half them. Eh?
the two defensive midfielders. That two my playing
The
maybe.
same one them when he used yesterday.
Lambert and Latibody.
Yeah, yeah.
Who play attacking.
Chippy.
None of them now.
Chippy play attacking. I might get a free roll. You know, not attacking third.
All right, let me ask you a question. Did you see Chippy and him 18-yard box tackling the other day?
Yes.
Okay. So you talk about him now play attacking. What am I do? You don't see
No
him
man.
pick up the ball and I send through pass?
Yeah man, I see
You
my
don't see
create man.
him,
I see my try
get
create.
the ball and link up with Demarai Gray and a 1-2,
Yeah
1-2.
man.
You don't
I
see
see
him
my
get ball and I send through to Mikel Antonio. You don't see him give ball to Bobby Reed, or you mean him now play attacking? Why am I play?
see my try get himself in the game now. In
Of
terms of
course.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he's all Also
Feed me
going
up.
back and helping the defense, working. I think that's one of the better games that I've seen Leon play in a while. And when
That's
he
true.
pick it up and run up on the man and shift up the man and make them know who I name Leon Bailey.
That's true.
So no, don't
Let
take
me-
no credit from other youth. The youth are perform.
No man.
Second of all, the synergy with the top four is great, and the through passes from Latimer there is also good. What he needs to not do is don't get into the habit of try to play it back to the other holding midfielder. Because the other holding midfielder are going to come under immense pressure if it's the two of them alone against four in the middle.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Mhm.
play the ball forward with the strength there. That long ball, play the through passes, play the ball to their feet, create isolated one-on-one situations where we will dominate anybody. Simple. Yeah?
Right.
I'm press them, I make them have to kick out the ball so they man though can jump ahead out the ball over them like a short man there. Simple. And start the game again. That's how I think the coach will play. That's why I'm have. That's why, and then when bring on Whisper earlier. If he's smart now, he bring on Whisper in 30 minutes, 25 minutes to go, so Whisper can have a chance to make an impact on the game.
A commenter say sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's simple.
But this is a commenter that say Bailey
If you're
must
a coach, if you're a good coach, you'll know that that's what must do.
a
You're the
commenter
idiot about Bailey must come on in the second half. Oh, you man, go on a yard, no, man. Anyway,
you see what the commenters, some of the commenters, because they bash both me and all the while, you know. So you have to keep them in
shift.
mind.
Okay, well, in case you didn't realize, let me put it in the words that you could have. Leon Bailey picked up the ball, went down the wing, took on the defenders, destroyed the defender, made a brilliant pass in the middle. How about that? Is that better for you? What do you think the job of an attacking player is? An attacking player is to win duels, right? Win defensive duels and offensive duels. That's how you're judged. If you can beat the defender and get across it. This is modern day football. And it's become more creative and utilize much more speed. It's not like when media play. You understand when man try look cool and badass and Mivin and the middle and Peter Cargill right behind them and be there with a left back and Pat Cover up front and Richie Cook out there on the right wing and Dam Dam and Messi around the back. Yeah, a legends me I talk to you about and a legends me play with as a baller. So I don't think somebody just get up today and turn Mr. White Man coach. Me know what me I do from me a little youth a come up. You get what me I say? Enough football me play with Swallowfield when Swallowfield was the only club paying players. David Burgess, all the best players, Everald Petty, the whole of them there are Swallowfield when me there. And the Mark Mendel. You understand? So the football that was played then is a different brand of football that is played now. And if you doubt me, go watch the 1998 World Cup. Go watch Jamaica's 1998 World Cup campaign. Go look back at some of the games and look, I see there's a totally different football we're playing now. The game I played 10 times faster, 10 times more transition. If you look at all the World Cup teams, if you look at the Dutch national team, right? I look at them when they was playing back in them days, how the football used to play versus how it are playing now. Totally different. You get me?
Right.
The art,
Coach Butler, we have 7 minutes. So El Futuro, you have any questions you want Coach Butler? We have 7 minutes before the stream close. So you have any more questions you want to ask him? About the game? Not right now. All right.
What? Yeah. What do you think about the passing ability of Latimer in the middle of the field?
I already answered you. You made a brilliant pass to Leon from deep.
Overall, I'm speaking, because to me, him tend to give away the ball easily.
No, you have to realize that he's playing with a 2-to-1 ratio. If it's just two real midfielders sitting in the whole two holding midfielders sitting in the middle, right? And their job is to win the ball and get it to the top four. Anytime him hesitate to make that pass, him under pressure. That's why him lose the ball. Him try and pass it back the other day to Lambert. and them intercept the ball and them not for win it back. They might not for win it back. But the point is that when you look at his transition game and the passes that he makes forward, he does. If you ever hear about percentage passes completed, how much percentage passes completed you'd have said he had in the game?
About 60.
No, sir. The man have about 80% at least. Because the fact that how many okay, we'll put it a different way and then you get it. How many ball him losing in the midfield? The whole game.
Now the Guatemala game.
Yeah.
Him lose some ball and some serious.
How
Hey,
many? How many? Not the danger
all
of
right,
it.
so
How
we come
many?
about 3 where him lose. Not.
All right. So if you lose three ball in the game and you make 30 pass, and 3 of those passes you lose, 3 of those balls you lose, and the other 27 you make good passes. Your percentage is not bad. You just have to make sure, say, talk to him and say, listen now, nobody try and play back Lambert in the ball. When in doubt, play across the next side because them are agree. I sit down and wait on the ball over there. You understand?
Right.
Simple. That's my humble opinion.
All right, people. So now you hear it from the great Craig Butler. His opinion on the game versus Mexico, which is stated to commence
And
on.
Yeah,
I think the game
Hold
will end
on.
3-1, and I think Emmanuel will win the
Okay.
game.
one thing Craig Butler and us still agree with is that Whisper would contribute more offensively
No, him
than
agree, you know.
yeah, I
But
said
him really
there,
come out so clear with it.
yeah, we understand, but the pure people who the other day I spoke and I said that playing against Guatemala, Mr. Butler, I said playing against Guatemala, we could make a bold change and put Whisper and change the formation to a 4-3-3 and basically put Whisper up front and Bailey through behind the striker and go at Guatemala. Don't allow them to play out because they are small, so they don't want to play these long ball. And I was bashed for saying that I downgrade Bobby Reed, which I didn't. I just say we could try this, seeing that because when I look at
You
Guatemala
mean
record
starting or bringing him on?
starting, when I look at Guatemala record, Guatemala played the last 14 match and only scored 11 goals and gave up
You
about
saw
4.
the game that Bobby Reed played?
Yes, I did.
No, this was before the game, you know.
Not no before the
Oh.
game, man.
He was making his point before the game using statistics.
All right, here's the thing though. Always remember the team synergy is important. And Bobby Reed in the game before and the game before had significant contribution to the game. So you can't.
One thing before it, 1 minute we have. What is your view as to Javane Brown as right back?
I think Lembiska is good. I think Javane has learned. When Javane first started, I remember how much Javane get the ball. Every time look on chip him turn back the ball. He has stopped doing that now. He's playing the balls forward, but he's injured. He got injured the other day, you know.
Oh.
So that's why I say Lembiska good all start over him because him get some say hamstring or something. You know, so them take him off the other day. Don't
That's
see him
the
come back
trend
that
from the
quickly.
tournament, one start, one come on. Them always interchange them.
Yeah, but it don't matter. Yeah.
This is what Kingsley Robinson said. Pele win the World Cup for Brazil at 17. Whisper will win the Gold Cup for Jamaica at 17.
Of course, I don't have a problem with that, and I think that he will. And I said the minute them unleash him, all hell going break loose. But I can understand why the coach don't play me.
Yeah.
It's not because Whisper not good. Whisper better than 90% of the man in the field. But again, it's about managing your team. Team management is very important, a very important part of a coach's job. It's not just about sorry, it's not just about
Sir Craig, the show will cut off soon, you know.
Winning the game or playing players.
Sir Craig, the show will cut off.
All right, later, bye.
Respect my boss.
All right, respect.
Yeah, man. People in the comment section,
All right, ciao.
respect to
Take care.
come on the show and respect to give us, the support and stuff like that. You understand me? Big up Sir Craig to being on, Rob Smith, all the people who always come bash it, love in the same way. You understand me? Coming from El Futuro Sports. Mr. United as well and all of the man, you understand? Let's keep it respectful and we will keep it respectful same way to you. If you're this way, we got this back. That's what they think said. You understand? Over unseen sport. El Futuro doing thing different, but if you're this unseen sports, then no unseen sports not take no talk. Yeah, man. But keep it PG 18. Respect for respect. Unseen sports is gonna be out there. Out.